Hi everyone! Thanks for tuning into our group's presentation on McDonald's expansion into the Chinese market. This is part of our MBA 660 course. I'm Savannah Beachy, and joining me in this presentation is Heather Johnson, Kennedy Rankin, Ali Suzek, Misty Brock, Maria Burge, and Emmeline Terrell. We are excited to share our insights and research on how McDonald's has navigated one of the most lucrative yet challenging markets in the world and what the company can best implement moving forward. Before diving into the presentation, let me tell you what we'll cover. Today you will learn about the competitive landscape of the Chinese fast food market, McDonald's strategic approach to product standardization and adaptation, and the unique aspects of McDonald's business in China. We'll also discuss how well McDonald's is positioned to meet emerging trends and the cultural implications impacting their business strategies in China.
Key aspects of McDonald's expansion. The case overview. McDonald's has ambitious growth targets with plans to increase its global restaurant count to 50,000 by 2027, with a specific focus of 7,000 new restaurants in China. The Chinese fast food market is one of the world's largest and is expected to continue to grow. McDonald's not only faces other U.S. chains like KFC that they have to contend with, but also local Chinese fast food chains as well. Their strategic initiatives include adapting their menus to local tastes. McDonald's faces challenges with its Chinese expansion. It must manage intense competition, adapt to consumer cultural tastes and preferences, manage geopolitical risks, and balance growth with profitability. Recommended case solutions. Adapt to local tastes and preferences by using local ingredients, taking into consideration spice levels of different regions, and adding Chinese dishes. When selecting locations, McDonald's needs to take into account that China's tiered cities have different income levels, consumer behaviors, and population sizes. McDonald's needs to take advantage of the technology available, such as self-service kiosks, digital ordering, and delivery. With emerging health consciousness, McDonald's should offer more healthy options. Finally, McDonald's needs to learn from KFC and imitate their model for success in China.
Hi, I'm Kennedy, and I'm covering questions 2 and 3 of this case study. So to start, the Chinese fast food market is highly competitive and characterized by a mix of powerful international players and many successful domestic brands. The case study, McDonald's expansion of the Chinese market, highlights several key aspects of this landscape. Starting with the high market size and growth, the market is vast and valued at approximately $536 billion in 2023 and is projected to grow to $695 billion by 2029. This substantial size and growth potential attracts significant investment and competition. Next is the diverse competition. The market isn't dominated by just a few players. While international giants like KFC and McDonald's are present, their market share is surprisingly modest, around 5% and 3% respectively in 2023. Numerous local chains such as Dicus, Yohi King, Real Kung Fu, Tastian, Hu La Shi have a substantial market share, demonstrating the strength of locally adapted offerings and brands. These domestic players offer a fusion of Western and Chinese styles, which caters to the evolving customer preferences. This case study even highlights Tastian as the Chinese Burger King, which indicates a strong local competitor directly challenging the established international brands. Next is price sensitivity. The income disparity within China creates a broad spectrum of price sensitivity, requiring fast food chains to offer a variety of price points. Hua Li's success in lower tier cities is because they offer significantly lower prices than McDonald's or KFC. Next, we will cover technological disruption. The use of technology, particularly mobile ordering and delivery platforms, is transforming the market. Companies that effectively utilize these technologies are better positioned for success. The case study notes that Pizza Hut, for example, derives 92% of its orders from digital platforms. Lastly is the evolving customer preferences. The lines between traditional Chinese cuisine, Western fast food, and more modern fusion concepts are blurring. This creates opportunities for brands that can successfully blend familiar tastes with innovative offerings. The case study directly cites Bai's launch of a fast food sub-brand offering Chinese-style hamburgers as an example of this trend, and you can see a picture of that fast food burger on the PowerPoint here. Next is the third question in this case study. Gemwald's AAA framework is adaptation, aggregation, and arbitrage. This provides a useful lens for understanding McDonald's approach to different markets. The case study implicitly reveals McDonald's strategy in the American and Chinese markets. Starting with China, in China, McDonald's strategy prioritizes adaptation. The menu features significant localization, incorporating traditional Chinese breakfast items and other menu options tailored to the local preferences. And you can see a traditional Chinese breakfast on the PowerPoint slide that is offered at Chinese McDonald's. This high level of adaptation is a direct response to the strong local competition and evolving consumer taste. The case study notes that the company even adjusted the spice level of its offering in different regions to cater to the local palates. Next is the United States. The case study, while focused on China, implicitly contrasts this with McDonald's approach in its home market. In the US, McDonald's relies more on aggregation and arbitrage. McDonald's US strategy focuses on maximizing efficiency and minimizing costs by creating a high standardization system. This approach allows them to serve many customers consistently and profitably. Their strategy capitalizes on their vast and international presence to secure a major competitive edge. This approach differs from their focus in markets like China, where prioritizing local tastes and preferences is crucial, even if it sacrifices some standardization and economies of scale. By taking advantage of cost efficiencies, McDonald's can keep prices competitive while sustaining or boosting profitability. Cost advantages can be found in sourcing ingredients and optimizing labor costs. Arbitrage, in this case, is about finding and exploiting the cost efficiencies available in the global market, allowing McDonald's to remain competitive across different markets. While there is some adaptation and regional variations, the core menu and operational model are far more standardized than in China.
Hi, I'm Allie Suzak, and I'll be jumping into the uniqueness of McDonald's geographical reach and consumer interests. McDonald's global reach spans over 41,000 locations across 100 plus countries, adapting its strategy to regional markets. In mature markets like the US and Europe, McDonald's focuses on digital innovation and convenience. However, in emerging markets like China, McDonald's initially positioned itself as a premium Western brand, but has since shifted to localized menu offerings to cater to changing consumer tastes. The brand is also adapting to China's evolving dining habits, moving from communal to more individual dining experiences, particularly among the urban youth. Now jumping into McDonald's position to meet emerging trends in the Chinese fast food market. McDonald's is well positioned to capitalize on China's rapidly growing fast food market, projected to double by 2030. However, it faces intense competition, especially from KFC, which has been more aggressive in menu localization and expanding into smaller cities. To stay competitive, McDonald's needs to expand healthier, localized menu options, enhance its digital infrastructure, and focus on growth in Tier 2 and 3 cities. Additionally, sustainability and geopolitical risks like tensions with Taiwan will require ongoing adaptation to maintain its market presence and reputation. Now jumping into culture through the lens of Hofstede's and Hall's cultural dimensions. McDonald's adapted its strategies in China using Hofstede's and Hall's cultural dimensions. Recognizing China's high power distance, McDonald's increased control over operations. They shifted to a collectivist dining model with larger meals for shared eating, addressed the restrained culture by offering healthier options, and used high context communication through platforms like WeChat. Additionally, McDonald's embraced long-term growth strategies and adjusted to China's communal dining culture, focusing on gradual expansion and relationship building.
Hello, I'm Emmeline, and I will be discussing question 7, the topic of expanding McDonald's in China, along with some of the tensions between the two countries that could potentially create some challenges for this decision. To get started, I would like to talk about some of the benefits of expansion. Expanding McDonald's creates a larger presence as well as increases the market share, initiating business growth. China's fast food market in particular offers a competitive landscape, increasing opportunities for operations, forcing companies like McDonald's to be innovative and stay relevant. Our recommendation would be that McDonald's should expand their restaurant count in China, but focus on lower tier cities that have minimal fast food presence. Higher tier cities like Beijing and Shanghai that are classified as tier 1 cities are becoming overly saturated with a wide variety of fast food markets already. So McDonald's would have a competitive edge expanding to cities classified as Tier 2 and Tier 3. Tier 2 cities are more developed compared to Tier 3 cities. There would be more competition in the fast food market, but there would be a higher disposable income that can bring in more profits to the business. Expanding to Tier 3 cities would reduce competition with other companies while still accommodating to consumers' disposable income and still provide those profits for the business. Even though we recommend expanding the restaurant count, there are some risks due to tensions between China and the U.S. Some of these tensions include topics of U.S. trade deficits with China, raising concerns for currency manipulation, manufacturing job losses, and labor and human rights violations. Other topics include concerns of national security due to the accusations of American companies having to share technologies as a condition of doing business with China. Through negotiation, disputes, and attempts to address concerns, the U.S. ultimately decided to impose billions of dollars worth of tariffs on Chinese goods. So, these tariffs can lead businesses with some challenges, such as increased cost on imported goods, supply chain disruptions, instability for long-term planning, and overall can lead the business to have slower growth. Despite these tensions and tariffs creating some challenges for businesses to navigate through, expansion can overall provide opportunities to boost growth potential and global competitiveness. This makes McDonald's build its brand awareness and influence, which some can argue is the ultimate goal for most businesses. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Misty Brock. I focused on question number 8. I completed a SWOT analysis and a CAGE framework, which are managerial tools used to explore McDonald's expanding into the Chinese market. The strength of McDonald's is its fiscal accountability and financial stability. McDonald's is one of the world's largest fast food chains with nearly 42,000 restaurants in over 100 countries. McDonald's has a strong global presence and prevalent brand with successful and popular advertising. As McDonald's expanded, they continued to focus on their brand and cultivating foreignness. They had best-selling menu items with adaptation to local preferences and individualized consumption. Even with McDonald's best-selling and most popular menu items, the company lacked innovation in their menu. Competitors such as Subway and KFC continuously introduced new menu items. Another weakness was low market shares and concentration, as there was stiff competition among fast food chains. Opportunities included embracing technology enhancements throughout the world by using self-service kiosks, digital ordering, and mobile payment, focusing on health-conscious customers by offering vegetarian, gluten-free, and reduced options, and further expansion into China through urbanization and investment opportunities in Tier 2 and 3 developments. Threats included risk of war and increased local competition. McDonald's would need to be cautious and not get caught up in the turmoil between China and Taiwan. Another threat was increased local competition with brands expanding into developing markets. This included competitors ordering a large range of products at lower prices. In regard to the CAGE framework, culture distance includes language barriers, varied customer taste, and dietary restrictions, which menu adaptation and marketing can alleviate this distance. Administrative distance involves management structure and efficient operations. A well-established management structure supports McDonald's in complying with local laws. Geographic distance includes logistics in multiple locations throughout the world, which can lead to optimized distribution networks. Economic distance involves having a strong purchasing power, financial position, and a history of profitability. The tiered city structure can accommodate different economic segments.
Hi, I'm Maria, and I focused on question number 8, which is to discuss how does McDonald's in China support or not the following United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, specifically number 12, responsible consumption and production. So yes, McDonald's China does support the United Nations Sustainable Development Goal 12, which focuses on responsible consumption and production. They continue to make strides towards improvement, and they've launched numerous initiatives and plans to better their stores and improve their consumption, sustainability, and production. So before I get into detail on what McDonald's specifically is doing, I kind of wanted to just review quickly this SDG Goal 12 on responsible consumption and development. So a big thing is waste. Waste is a huge issue, and it is a big problem specifically in the fast food industry, just with all of the waste and the packaging that it generates. So McDonald's China supporting this is huge because they're going to be looking to decrease their waste and just be more responsible in their consumption and how they develop their products. It also emphasizes sustainability and the phasing out of fossil fuels and just kind of making a better environment all around. So that is kind of what they are focusing on in a quick view of it. So now we will be going into specifically what McDonald's China is doing towards this goal and how they support it. So first, they are making efforts to sustainably source their ingredients such as beef, fish, and chicken. They've partnered with local farmers and suppliers to promote sustainable agriculture. So they're focusing on food, making sure it's sustainable the way that they're getting it. With this, in 2023, McDonald's China launched the McDonald's Regenerative Agricultural Plan in Shanghai. The goal is to protect and restore the agricultural environment and ecosystem while also prioritizing quality food supply, which I kind of discussed with the beef, chicken, and fish. They also plan to launch a series of consumer communication and experience activities to kind of promote the plan and make consumers aware of this initiative, so to kind of partner with consumers. McDonald's China will also be prioritizing sustainable recyclable packaging. So they plan to substantially reduce waste generation through prevention, reduction, and recycling and reuse by 2030. And between 2018 and 2023, they reduced virgin fossil fuel-based plastic and Happy Meal toys by 63.7%, which is huge. So they're making strides, as we've seen in their food, the sourcing and the quality, and then also reducing it plastic in the iconic Happy Meal toys that they have. Another thing that McDonald's China is doing is they are taking steps towards being a leader in LEED, which stands for Leadership in Energy and Environmental Design. So it's the world's most widely used green building rating system. As of 2023, McDonald's China received 2,500 LEED certifications, which is huge in their steps towards committing to sustainability. They also, one of their restaurants in Beijing became the first to achieve both LEED Zero Carbon and Energy dual certifications. So while McDonald's China is a fast food chain, and there are a lot of steps that they still need to take to focus more on sustainable management and efficient use of natural resources, they are taking huge steps towards that with sustainable use with food, reducing plastic, and creating their buildings to be zero carbon and energy certified through LEED. So again, yes, they do support the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, and specifically number 12. They still have a lot of work ahead of them, as the fast food industry does produce a lot and consume a lot. So making sure they align with this is going to take work, but they are taking immense steps towards it.
Thank you so much for watching our presentation. We hope you found it informative and engaging. If you have any questions or concerns regarding the information provided, please feel free to drop a comment below and we'd be happy to respond back and engage in a thoughtful discussion.